I would say you have more than half-ass. You got full ass. You got full ass.
Bailey, the franchise Zappy.
He's got a good name, though.
Didn't we have 3 at one point?
Quarterbacks?
Yeah, last season.
You got Mac Attack. You got the Mac Attack. Oh, Fallout show.
Yeah, we can talk Fallout.
I've only seen the first episode. We can't talk that much.
Yeah, I've seen, I think, 3, so we can talk.
Yeah, we can just talk like kind of general aesthetic and stuff like that. We don't have to talk spoilers. Spoiler-free Fallout reactions. Just general stuff. All right. We are live, by the way. Let me just tweet this out.
Yeah.
Yo, Marco, thank you for the 45 months. You absolute good ass guy. Let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. Put that right now. All right. Let me put my neons on.
Let me pull up our Twitch because somebody in our Twitch is gonna have to clip. How long can clips be?
Off the top of my head, I have no idea.
$60. What about 60 minutes? Because someone's gonna have to clip my entire rant of what's going on with Tarkov.
I think you can make that a highlight.
All right. Let's roll. All right. Just spilled seltzer on myself. On this episode of Not Another Gaming Podcast, we are going to be talking about the horrible state of affairs with Escape from Tarkov and how the developers are tripling and quadrupling down on their terrible business decisions. On the other hand, we're going to be talking about how Destiny 2 is in a better place than ever, and Bob's going to finally play with us. Bob is back, and lots of other great stuff. FlyQuest is going to win MSI. You get the FlyQuest shirt on right now. I already got Baby Formula and now Spindrift on it. So I'm going to hopefully throw this in the laundry right after this because if I stay in it, I'm going to be upset. But I'm just going to buy one of the MSI jerseys anyway, so I'll just use this for something else. But anyway, all that and more on episode 386? Is it 386? This is episode 386? On whatever episode this is of Not Another Gaming Podcast, let's ride. Oh my god, the transition thing wasn't open. The Stream Deck wasn't open. Shit. The Stream Deck wasn't open. Hold on. I'm doing it over. I'm doing the whole thing over. Run the whole thing back. Start it over. Start the whole podcast over. Start it over. Don't delete that. Delete that.
Nothing has changed.
I didn't
Cut that.
I didn't even hit recorded, so it doesn't even matter. That was all intentional. On this episode of Not Another Gaming Podcast, we're going to be talking about how Escape from Tarkov's developers are probably gunning for the worst of all time title as they continue to triple and quadruple down on some of the worst business decisions that I've ever seen a developer make. We're going to be talking about Destiny 2 and how, conversely, Bungie is absolutely stacking up W's left and right, winning the fan base back. New players are flocking to the game, and the final shape has never been more exciting. FlyQuest is about to win MSI. It hasn't started yet, but they're already ready to win it. And COD just in a horrible place, but lots of positive stuff. We're going to be talking about the Fallout show, some non-spoiler reactions, no spoilers in the chat, no spoilers in the podcast, just knee-jerk reactions, and yeah, all that and more. Episode 386 of Not Another Gaming Podcast. Let's go.
I know Golden Kappa was like a super rare thing on Twitch at one point.
Yo, welcome back to Not Another Gaming Podcast. We are back live, direct, and handsome. We've got a Golden Kappa train, whatever that means. So subscribe, give from your hearts, donate bits. Thank you, Lundo, for the 50 months. Thank you, Marco, for the 45 months. We are back live, direct, and handsome. And the full roster is here and ready to roll. If you hear a bald eagle screaming and fireworks popping off while you're loading into platinum ranked Q in League of Legends, then you know this man's coming. He is Uncle Sam's very own advocate on here, amateur golf phenom, the Pedro Sanchez of military base softball, uncredentialed MLB insider, and one lucky Jinx cosplayer's future husband. Tiggy, what is up, brother?
You know, it's a good thing I can still hear you clearly. There's so much metal in my house. I thought some waves might have been hard to get through. I'm back from a golf outing in South Carolina, and we brought home the hardware as well as the MVP trophy, as is most of my League of Legends games. So we are riding high like those Eagles you were talking about, and I'm just so fucking excited to be here.
We're so back. We're so back. And speaking of back like he never left and undoubtedly angry about something. You may recognize him from the top 60 Gears 2 Wingman leaderboards or from Masters Q at TFT, coming soon to a Challengers event live in Las Vegas near you. If we can get him out there, he is a horror connoisseur and a man who has never watched anime in his life. The only person alive who uses more dude wipes than I do, and I guarantee he can bench more than your favorite gaming podcaster, WGG, founding father, my friend and yours, Dr. Bob. Welcome back, baby.
Dude, we kind of really just missed out on that Golden Kappa thing.
What was it?
It's like pretty rare on Twitch, I think. Reg, can you confirm or deny how rare that is? Because I think it's actually kind of rare to get.
Golden Kappa Twitch. What is the Golden Kappa and how do you get it? It's one of the most widely used global emotes. Golden Kappa emotes. There's no proven method of unlocking it. It can appear at random in any Twitch channel, seemingly without any incentive behind it. Users are blessed with the Golden Kappa for 24 hours, and anytime they put a Kappa in chat, it will be the golden variant. So let's try it. Nope, it's not.
Yeah. So we had, if people subbed while we had it, they would have Golden Kappa for 24 hours.
Damn.
Yeah, we fucked up.
Well,
it's
that's
fine.
on you guys. That's on you guys for being cheap. Sorry.
True. I blame you guys. God damn it, take the fucking credit cards out. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm here, and I'm here for a fucking reason. I'm here with intent, okay?
Yeah.
But we're gonna see. Maybe I might feel a little more up to it again next week too. Who's to say? We'll see.
If you string together two, that's called a winning streak.
Oh, let me go ahead and tell you who's on a fucking losing streak right now.
Let's get into that after this weekend recap.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, as you can see. Very tan, very bronzed, already losing the tan, and I'm feeling very depressed about it, but the grays are popping off. Spent 2 weeks island hopping the last couple weeks. Hopefully you guys listened to the episodes of the podcast. We had some beautiful interviews from PAX East, some really great stuff, lots of great content, lots of additional behind-the-scenes information. Make sure that you go listen to those episodes and wish list all those games on Steam, support the devs. Really great time, and overall, nice to close the book on PAX East 2024. We got some shorts coming soon as well. Steve's going to be cranking those out, and we're going to have some additional content that we're putting out as well. So, but yeah, been on vacation, 2 weeks PTO. It was great to unplug, great to unwind, and yeah, just great stuff all around. So, Bob, how's your weekend? What you doing?
It was okay. Spent some time with the lady, spent some time with the family. Played a lot of one game that we will get into. Been playing a lot of Tales of Arise.
Ooh.
I'm like 42 hours into that game.
Ooh.
And the first 80% of that game was near perfection for a JRPG. And the last 20% of that game is fucking nails on a chalkboard. Why would you do this to the ending of such a great game? Haven't finished it yet. But man, the ending segments are just really fucking bad.
Oh, that sucks.
Yep. It's like everything is just a corridor with an elite enemy and then a cutscene. And then after you get out of that cutscene, you walk 15 feet and then there's 2 more cutscenes. And then after those cutscenes, you go through a doorway and there's an elite enemy. And then you just rinse and repeat.
Damn.
So it's fucking, I don't know why they did it, but what is it? Whatever. It's called Tales of Arise. It's on Game Pass right now. It's actually very good, but the ending portion is not great. Have I played anything? Oh, I've been playing a shit ton of Halls of Torment. Very good game. It's like Vampire Survivors, but with like, instead of Castlevania characters being like the main imprint for the playable characters that you have, it's like D&D type characters with like archers, swordsmen, wizards, warlock, shit like that. Very good. Been watching a ton of Dragon Ball Z Kai, not an anime, Japanese animated cartoon, very different. That's been going well. Been watching a shit ton of horror movies. I was telling you about this, Dom. I'm trying to do a little more. I'm trying to get together like horror movie review roundups by month for all the horror movies I'm watching. And then I went to go visit Dom on Monday.
You did. I was here. Witnessed it. Yeah, it was good. Oh, and also the things I've been playing include and are limited to Destiny 2. I haven't played anything but Destiny. I came back from 2 weeks of not playing video games and played as much Onslaught as humanly possible, which is the new Horde mode that they put out there, the kind of like defensive Horde mode. Grinding the quest to like get all the like cool weapons and stuff like that. It's been a fucking blast. I'm all the way back. Can't wait for Final Shape. I'm in. Bungie. WWW, just stacking up W's. But we'll talk about that. Tiggy, how was your weekend? You won a trophy. You won 2 trophies.
I won 2 trophies. I was down in South Carolina. Buddy had somehow a family condo, so we got free lodging. He hooked it up in Myrtle Beach. We obviously went to the beach. We obviously played a shit ton of golf out there. We had eight guys, 4v4. We had 4-man scramble, 2-man scramble, 2-man scramble, and then 1-on-1, mono-y-mono. Had a whole point system there, kind of did our own like Ryder Cup-esque thing. And we had one really good player on our team. One really good player. I'm going to shout him out, Eric. And I asked Eric, I was like, hey, what was the biggest surprise? And he said, honestly, after Thursday, it was you because you played so horrible. And, you know, you somehow turned it around the next 2 days and actually had some decent shots. So I will take that somehow. With that in mind, I ended up becoming MVP of the whole weekend. Every single matchup, 4v4, the 2v2, 2v2, and the mono-y-mono, I won my matchup. Humble brag,
Whoa.
but they call me Mr. Never Lost. That's what they're calling me down there in the state of South Carolina.
I've heard that.
So that's what they're calling me. It was a great time, though. I'm shouting out my friend Connor, who he set the whole thing up and everything like that. And he's like my best friend since grade school, high school, college, all that. So
Love that.
Really, really awesome to see him. And then he set this whole thing up. And some of the guys I didn't know, some of the guys I only met once, and then there were a couple buddies from high school and stuff. So it was just a big mixing pot, but everyone was awesome vibes. We were going out like as a big group, and everyone was just having a great time, and just a whole lot of fun, and that's awesome.
Hell yeah.
So that was really good. I've been playing naturally with that, a lot of golf, and I've since been playing a lot more golf since I've been back. I got Callus's break in here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it. putting in the time. We have a 2v2 golf tournament Tuesday and a 4-man
Tuesday, if you will.
scramble 2v Tuesday and a 4-man scramble next Friday as well. So trying to get some practice in, try to make myself a valuable member of the team. In the gaming realm, I've been playing League of Legends, and that has been rough. I have to come to say that I have since been demoted back to bronze, or no, to gold, back to gold.
Okay.
So I'm back to a gold goblin. The only thing is last night I played one game. I got demoted to gold 3, and I'm losing 50 LP for every demotion.
What?
So,
Why?
He's on a loss streak. He's lose streaking.
Oh no.
I'm loose. Riot has finally figured out maybe I don't deserve the rating I had when I was winning 80% of the games at the beginning of the season.
Also, I think that was
Zyra.
Pokemon. Thank you for the follow. Hope that
Yeah.
you're feeling better. Hope that your lungs are doing good.
True. Also, great fucking FlyQuest merch.
Fantastic five.
You see it? You see it?
Dude, my FlyQuest bathing suit in my room. I'd put it on right now, but I don't know. You two wouldn't be able to stand up afterwards because your dicks would be too hard.
Jesus Christ.
That's why I'm sitting down today.
My funny, I was wearing this last week when we got back, or last weekend when we got back, and my my neighbors who are like 60 something have no idea about any video games, no clue what League is. They came over to like, welcome us home, blah blah blah, like brought some drinks over, and they were like, "Oh my god, I love that shirt. Where did you get that?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, FlyQuest, the best team in NA." And they were like, "Okay, I don't know what that means, but thank you." And I was like, "Well, now you know. Best team in the Western Hemisphere." So
Thank you, Tone, for the 26 months.
I was like, they're going to be winning MSI pretty soon. And they were like, "We also don't know what that means, but the shirt is very nice and the color brings out your eyes." And I was like, "Thank you. That's why I bought it." So, and also because they're winning MSI and Worlds. So don't make me tap the sign. Yeah, Tone, thank you for the resub. 26 months. You're an absolute handsome legend. We love you. But yeah, great to hear. Great to hear about the hardware. We love that. We got only a couple of weeks, well, a couple months, like a month and a half until Into the Light comes out. I'm sorry, the final shape comes out, so we got to get ready for that. Got to get the raid posse in order. But why don't we start off, because I know Bob's itching to just unload about Tarkov. Why don't we kick it over to you, Bob? It seems like the Escape from Tarkov developers have been just taking massive dumps and then smearing it all around, and then defending the dumps that they're taking all over their fan base. But why don't you go ahead and tell the people what's bothering you?
So guess what the note on my phone is labeled with all of the notes that I have for what has happened today.
I'm mad.
It's just BSG imploding.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And it was
So-
Battle State Games, right? It's Battle State Games.
Battlestate Games, correct, for who created Escape from Tarkov.
Okay.
A game that I have put 700 hours into this past 4 months, I think. So let me preface this with, last night we were notified, the players were notified that there would be a 6-hour patch today. And everyone was like, "Oh shit, a 6-hour patch? That's fucking crazy. Patches are usually only like 3 hours, maybe 4 hours. This has to be a huge patch, right?" Everyone's speculating. Oh, maybe there's going to be a big event going on. Maybe they're going to start releasing new shit into the game. Well, guess what, fellas? They decided that within those 6 hours that they wanted to shoot themselves in the fucking face over and over again.
Okay.
And they released the patch notes
Uh-huh.
with a gun to their fucking head, pulled the trigger, released the patch notes, and then every single person that saw it was like, "What the fuck is this? What did you just do?" And Tarkov, with one bullet hole in their head already, said, "Wait a second, there's more," and cocked that fucking thing back and kept shooting.
All right. Very
So-
vivid. It's a very vivid description.
They're killing. They are quite. Battlestate Games is quite literally killing themselves and their product, and in doing so, or because they are alienating themselves from their content creators, and their player base. And this is how. Let me get into my fucking notepad right now of how they're doing this. So, they released the patch. Instead of what I had and many of the people I played with, it's called Edge of Darkness. It is the premium edition of Escape from Tarkov. It was a limited edition thing. You had to pay $120 for it. And this was a way to not only support the game, but support the devs and say, hey, I'm willing to pay more for this because the game is still in beta and we want to see where it goes from here. You know the game Star Citizen where you have like the backer funding and shit, where you pay like $30 for the game maybe, or you could pay $6,000 for your own ship?
Yeah.
It's like I paid $6,000 for my own ship. But it was only $120. Now, because they sunsetted Edge of Darkness this past wipe, they're releasing a new version of the game called the Unheard Edition.
Oh.
Take a guess at how... Dom, you might have seen this online.
I know how much it costs.
Tiggy,
Yeah.
take a guess at how much this cost.
I did see a number floating around, and I feel gross even saying it out loud, but a number I saw in a tweet with Tarkov said like $220 or something.
$250 for the Unheard Edition of Tarkov. If you're already an owner of Edge of Darkness, it's another $100 for this version. If you're just buying the game from square one, it's $250 before taxes. So it's like $350 Canadian. Who knows how many euros? I don't even think is real money, but who knows how much it would be in euros? So, in this edition, they have pay-to-win aspects like giving your characters boost stats at the beginning of a wipe, giving you more gear at the beginning of a wipe. They give game-breaking items that, quite literally, if they're within the PvP environment, will be game-breaking. And then the biggest problem of this all is there is a PvE mode that is hard-locked behind the $250 price point. So, yes,
What?
a PvE. So let me preface this a little bit more. People wanted to play Tarkov in a single-player or a co-op environment in which they didn't have to go through the game and worry about running into other players who were trying to kill them.
Can you give us for people who are listening who don't know anything about Tarkov, give us like the elevator pitch on like what is different, how the game actually is supposed to work, and then what this is.
Sure. So in Tarkov, you go in 1 to 5 people. You load into a map. There are AI scavs that roam around the map that aggro to you, so they'll shoot at you. You have to kill them. But then there are also other players on the map who are trying to either get tasks done, loot. Maybe they're just there to PvP, and you will run into the risk of not only having to fight the AI scavs, but having to fight actual players as well. On top of that, the game is riddled with fucking cheaters. On top of that, the game runs on a netcode that doesn't fucking work. But so people wanted a single player or an offline co-op mode so they could go in, really just fight the AI scavs and the AI bosses and not have to worry about other players coming and killing them. So, at one point, somebody made a mod called SP Tarkov, Solo Player Tarkov. Battlestate Games started DMCAing everybody who was streaming it, everybody who was releasing videos on YouTube about it, because they didn't want people playing it. Now, they're releasing that exact mode, PvE offline co-op mode, behind a $250 price point. The biggest problem with this is, if you were an Edge of Darkness...
There were more problems.
Dom, listen to me. I said... So, as I was going through this all day today, I went on Twitter 5 times. I watched 5 different videos on this today from content creators. Every incremental step I took throughout the process, Battlestate Games was shooting themselves in the head again. They shot 10 fucking bullets today. 11 when they released the patch. So 10 fucking bullets. if you were an Edge of Darkness owner, if you bought the game, if you supported $140 up front instead of the $40 that the base game costs, you were supposed to get all DLC moving forward into the game. It's like buying the game and then the season pass. You know what I mean? Like you already pre-purchased the game. You pre-purchase everything they're supposed to release. The PvE mode, you don't have access to. It is locked behind the $250 price point. So that's really what a lot of people are upset about.
So if you just like don't want to, if you just don't want to get PvP'd on, if you don't want to have to deal, if you just want to like play the game against the computer, you have to spend 200. Like I would have to spend $250 off the rip to play the more casual version of the game.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so but you're telling me it gets worse.
Oh, Dom, it gets so much worse.
Please.
It gets so much worse. We are at level 1. There's like 4 more levels to go. It gets so much worse.
DEFCON 1 right now.
So EOD players were promised all DLC moving forward in the future. We don't get that. But guess what? The community manager for Battlestate Games doubled down when people were complaining, saying, what the fuck, I have EOD. Why am I not getting access to the DLC, the downloadable content that is the PvE mode? The community manager, I think it was like Appleton, like 940 or some shit like that, doubled down and says, no, it's not DLC, it's a new feature.
And now, just for my own personal sanity, this game isn't like, it's not like early access or anything, right? It's just...
It is. It's still early access beta. They have not had a 1.0 release. But Dom, don't worry, we're going to get to so much more. Please.
Okay, all right, please.
Please.
It's beta like Halo Infinite, still beta, you know?
Whoa,
yeah.
Whoa.
So, the Tarkov community is quite literally going fucking crazy, foaming at the mouth on Twitter. You guys saw this.
Yep.
Not a single person has said anything good about this. The competitors to Tarkov have been mocking them on Twitter.
Love it.
By saying, hey, our game might be... They did a poll. What do you think Gray Zone Warfare is going to cost? $25, $35, $45, or $250? And then another game, I can't remember the fucking name of it. It was like Tactical something. Was like, we're going to be a free-to-play game similar to Tarkov. We would never scam our player base. And then the Battlestate Games account itself, not a parody account, the Battlestate Games account, quote tweeted them, tripling down, saying, go enjoy the 20 minutes in this game. What was the rest of it? I can't remember what it was. But enjoy the 20-minute trip. They tripled down. We're on to stage like 3.5 to 4 right now.
Okay.
One of, if not the largest, Tone said it. They call them a blatantly plagiarist game. Go enjoy the 20-minute trip to the blatantly plagiarist game. One of, if not the largest streamers and content creators for Escape from Tarkov, Landmark, who, stands at the fucking Mount Rushmore alongside Pistilli, Sheaf. I don't even know who the fourth would be. Doesn't matter. But Landmark is live streaming this, right? He decides to go onto Battlestate Games' website to review the verbiage on their website of what the EOD account came with when you purchased it. As he's doing this, developers from Battlestate Games are actively on his stream, watching him. They go onto the website themselves and start changing the wording to what they were paying, what people had previously paid for.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Wow.
Okay, so
Wait, Tom, hold on. It gets worse.
So
no, go ahead. Please.
Just a quick question.
More.
Just a quick question. Just again, as kind of like from the outside looking in, if the game's in early access, and I assume you have to, it's like a one-time purchase of 30, 60, 70 bucks, whatever.
So it's like, I think the base is $40. There might be one version above that for like 60. But then when I bought it, Edge of Darkness was 120, but they sunsetted that. So Edge of Darkness doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, so you can't even, so you're either paying you're either getting like the base game,
Yep.
but like the shit you actually want, you have to pay $250. It's not.
Yes.
Wow. So what the fuck do I get if I just wanted to pay $40 and just try the game out? Nothing?
You get an already incredibly difficult game even more difficult.
This sounds fucking miserable. Okay, continue.
$250 for a game in beta. Love that.
Not even beta.
So after they change the wording, they get caught throughout this entire everything they've done. They've gotten caught on doing, by the way. So they got caught. People were clipping it on Twitch. Landmark was like, he went into the Wayback Machine from this morning, the website from this morning, to what it said on
It's
the
like
website.
an Austin Powers when he goes to like Austin from 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, literally, like quite literally, that's what it was. Then this wipe was their big like, this is what we're doing moving forward with Escape from Tarkov. This is our roadmap until the 1.0 release. They were releasing Tarkov Arena, which was supposed to be this big fucking potentially competitive FPS. It is impossible to play because it's broken. Like I said, the game is run on a netcode that doesn't work. It's awful and people hate it. But they charge people $40 for it if you don't have Edge of Darkness. So if you bought the game at $40 and you wanted to try Arena, you'd have to pay $40 for the broken Arena version of it. So during this wipe, they released a bunch of devlogs of like, this is the shit we're working on. If you've supported us in the past, this is the stuff that you're going to be getting. Here's our roadmap for 1.0 release. Maybe a dozen devlog videos, right? Guess what they did today?
What they do?
Take a
today?
guess. Take a wild guess. While all this was going down, guess what they did?
They pushed it back.
No, way worse. They went on their YouTube and all of their devlog videos they released for this wipe are now private and cannot be viewed.
Oh boy.
But wait, it gets worse.
No.
This is the last level, by the way, right now.
This is the pinnacle.
Until I wake up in the morning and then there's something even fucking worse. But this is the fucking worst part of it. OnePeg, who is another large content creator for Tarkov, did a whole video on it. And he had to add in a 2-minute segment at the end of his video, shitting all over them for changing the wording on the website, to say, wait a second, something just hit me. Tarkov delayed their tax information back in January. So they're a Russian team, but they're technically based out of the UK.
Oh, they're gonna get fucking. They're going underneath the jail. Is what you're telling me.
They delayed their tax information back in January, and this is because they're a UK base and the UK has like crazy consumer fucking laws. They have to release their whatever the fucking not their tax information, but whatever their income is, whatever their quarterly income is, they have to release all that information. They delayed that for the past quarter, and then they delayed their tax information. So OnePeg said, in all honesty, what this seems to me like is they're probably hemorrhaging money. They probably invested far too much into Tarkov Arena. It failed. Clearly it failed. It's awful. So this is a last-ditch effort to cash grab as much as they possibly can.
So they're gonna get fucking whatever the British IRS is gonna be coming to their house and getting and fucking knocking the doors down. I shit you not. But how about the anti-cheat, Bob? Is there an anti-cheat in the game? Is there at least that?
Yeah, of course there is.
And I'm assuming it just functions the way it's supposed to.
No. No, why would it do that? What? Of course, no.
Oh, okay. Oh, they used Ricochet too?
No, I actually don't remember what I don't remember. Is it easy anti-cheat? I don't fucking know.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, this week alone, when I was playing with Tone, fucking Kyle, our buddy Andy, This week alone, it was every other raid we were running into somebody who was like, it's 50-50, they might be cheating. You know what I mean? There are blatant cheaters in Tarkov, and then there's people who are like very sus, who you get shot by them and you're like, damn, guy could have been fucking cheating. And it's been every other raid has been like that the past week.
Q, thank you for the resub, 56 months, you absolute sexy Scottish legend.
But anyway, now that I'm at the fucking peak, and when I say I'm at the peak, like I said, when I wake up tomorrow morning, the mountain could be another mountain on top of this current mountain with how bad they are fucking doing everything. To start, I've never seen anything like this before in gaming history. When I woke up this morning and I saw what the patch notes were, I immediately tweeted, at some point in the future, there will be a case study done on how awful of a job Battlestate, or how to not operate a company for battle, like when it comes into video games.
Is there a close second for you for like anything else in recent memory on like not only just the way that they're pricing things, but like how they're handling like the PR fallout from it? Like, is there a close second for you?
Yes, the day before. I shit you not. That's the only game that has come close where it was, the game was overhyped, released, they got a bunch of money from them, and then the servers were shut down in 24 hours. But the thing is, the way they interacted on social media is as bad, is almost as bad as how Battlestate Games is handling this now. Mm-hmm. I've never seen anything like this before. And to be fair, Blizzard is doing an awful job with basically everything they touch.
Yeah, I haven't seen Overwatch in a while, but I saw that you tweeted about like actively killing their game with Overwatch, but I haven't seen anything about it in a while, so I don't know what their deal is. But
it's bad. Everything's bad. Dude, Battlestate is, I don't know, man. It's hard. I don't know. It's hard to say, but we're at the peak. I need to hear you guys' opinion.
Well, I got a visual meme here, okay? And it's Oppenheimer and Albert Einstein. And Oppie's like, remember what we were talking about, how we were just going to set a chain reaction to destroy the world? I think I might have. And Oppie is BSG. Albert Einstein walking pissed off as the community manager, setting out the notes. And then Robert Downey Jr. is just the general public.
Yeah, love that.
Dude.
Love that. I personally, so if I'm going to do a verbal meme, the Eric Andre shooting Hannibal Buress thing, and it's BSG shooting Escape from Tarkov, and, it's like, why would our fans not like this?
Or the other visual meme is the kid staring at himself in the mirror, and he goes, "You can't trust anybody, especially yourself." And there's a picture of himself behind him with a gun to the back of his head.
Oh man,
that's pretty good.
Well, good. I mean, at least there's got to be some redeeming qualities with Tarkov. I mean, surely they must have some like quality of life tuning, or like fix any broken weapons, or like at least make the game kind of balanced. Or
dude, to be fair, the past like 5 so this wipe, I've only played like 2.5, maybe 3 wipes in total, but this past wipe has been the best wipe they've ever released. Like it's been unanimously agreed upon by the community that this wipe 14 patch 0.14 has been the best they've ever released. Everybody was supporting it. Everybody was playing it. Everybody said, "Damn, Tarkov is fucking back. It feels great." The past 5 patches they've released, there have been problems. The running joke is Tarkov releases a patch, you have to wait 24 hours to play it because they have to patch the patch. So they release a patch, they'll fix a bunch of things, they'll make quality of life better, but they'll break something else in the game in the process. It's been the best wipe they've ever released, and now they are literally alienating their entire player base in one fell swoop, and nobody wants to support them anymore.
Also, just really quick interjection here with the 3rd pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Drake May.
That's a good pick.
UNC. So 12-5, taking the division back this year. Let's go Pats. just getting positive reactions from the group chat right now, so I just wanted to put that in there. But all right. My initial reaction to this is holy fucking shit. I can't even believe, like, if it's me, and, you know, I've been hurt by developers before, and I'm going to talk about Destiny after this, and, you know, I can totally, you know, I can talk until I'm blue in the face about how many weird, odd, off-putting, borderline scummy decisions Bungie has made over the history of Destiny, but they never charged $250 for it. You know, and then to have them go like, and at least like they try to put like a positive spin on it, where they'll be like, hey, this is why we're doing this. Here's what you can look forward to in the future. Like, we're trying to address your concerns. And it's not like, you know, anybody went, all right, well, we're going to go play, you know, we're going to go play Fallout 76 instead. And then Bungie came out and said, yeah, well, good luck. Like, we'll see you in an hour when you come back. Like, that game sucks. And for the record, I like Fallout 76, and I think it's been really good since the Wastelanders update. Do I think Destiny does pretty much everything better? Yes. But the game is good. Also, Fallout 4 update, the next gen update came out. I played like 20 minutes of it. It's gorgeous and it runs so smooth, and I cannot wait to play more of it. Anyway.
Oh, that looks great.
Looks amazing. And my save file was still there. I don't know how Game Pass did that, but it pulled in my like Xbox Cloud save file from my Xbox One. My level 45 character in Fallout 4 was still there. So
Fuck, I might have to check now.
Yeah, I was pumped about that. I didn't even know that it could do that. But anyway, yeah, that's horrendous. You know, unless you're like a diehard, like only play Tarkov, like this is the only game, and I can only also even understand people who have like a sunk cost fallacy type deal where it's like I've already spent $300 in this game with microtransactions and purchasing the premium editions and stuff like that, and I want to keep supporting it. You know, I'm sure they'll figure it out. I can maybe understand them.
I'm happy you brought up microtransactions, because the only microtransactions they actually have in the game are like you could buy extra stash space, which I bought. You know, I paid $12 for it, and I get more space in my stash. And I think that's just a general, like, that's pay for convenience, not pay to win. You know what I mean? Because I have a bunch of junk in my stash. I got a bunch of junk in my trunk. But the other form of like microtransactions they have are a couple of cosmetics that you have to pay $7 or $12 for, and they don't look good. Like, they look like a normal fucking a normal set of clothing you can get in the game, because you can unlock clothing in the game, or you could pay for it. But what a lot of people are saying, like Hutch, for example, who is another like larger content creator for Escape from Tarkov, is look at games like Valorant. Mm-hmm. It is a free-to-play game. Why do you think, or Valorant and Fortnite, why do you think they make billions of dollars of every year?
Right.
Because they release skins people want to buy. Sorry, but go back to what you're saying for the microtransaction. But no, I think if they release like gun skins or operator skins like that people wanted to buy, people would happily support the game.
Yeah. I mean, my big thing is like, you know, there are probably people who are full-time Tarkov content creators. There are people who probably play only Tarkov, you know, and I think when is it a bridge too far for you to say, like, I can't support BSG right now. I can't support BSG, period, until they figure it out. Like, will people full on stop playing the game? Are we going to see a dip in play count?
Yes.
You know, and do they walk this back? Do they say, hey, you know, we were kind of dickheads on social media in the last week. We hear your concerns, and we're going to try to figure it out. I mean, this just screams not if but when, like a black screen, white text. We hear you, we're listening message from Battlestate Games. But I don't know. I mean, just based on the way that they've been handling it, I don't know if we're going to get that, but I mean, I can't help but think that's got to be coming, right?
So it's good that you mentioned that, because a lot of these content creators are saying, fuck this, I'm not playing Tarkov until they release a statement or revert what is going on right now. A UK streamer who goes by Gigabeef, let me find their tweet actually, because it's the only thing that makes logical sense to me is how they can fix the problem currently. So Gigabeef tweeted, somebody asked, at this point, how can they make this right?
Right.
Gigabeef quote tweets and says, if I was in BSG's position, make Edge of Darkness get the PvE mode, which is what we fucking paid for.
Right.
PvE gets added as a paid option for the other editions for $35. The 2 pay-to-win items that are in the game under the $250 edition are in the PvE offline only mode. They cannot be brought into PvP raids. That is a must, because if they're brought into PvP modes, it's game breaking. There's a fucking another thing that's if you pay $250, you get 2 extra slots in your pockets.
Hey, big
Forgot
money
about
bags over here. Big money bags, big pockets.
Forgot about that. But make that achievable in game. So currently, there's something you can achieve in game called Kappa. When we had Nerd was on the podcast and we were talking about this wipe, he wanted to get Kappa. I got
rank,
Kappa
right?
this wipe. What?
It's a rank.
It's not a rank. It's like so you have it's called a secure container. So if you put items in your secure container, if you die in raid, you still
die
keep
for
those
real?
items.
Oh.
Right. If you die in the game, you die in real life. Stay alive. Never forget.
What is that?
If you have items in your secure container, if you die, you don't lose those.
Yeah.
In the lowest version of the game, you get like a 2x2 secure container.
Okay.
In the middle version of the game, you get like a 2x3 secure container or something like that. In Edge of Darkness, I think it's a 3x3 container. But if you go through all of the quests in the game, all of the fucking bullshit quests that you want to do, you get the Kappa container, which is 3x4. So you have to do quests to unlock it. What Gigabeef is saying, you should have to do quests to unlock larger pockets, like you have to do quests to unlock Kappa. Makes sense. It makes sense to me. And then add Edge of Darkness back as an upgradable version of the game underneath the Unheard version. Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
So a lot of streamers right now are saying, I won't touch Tarkov until they revert this. People are uninstalling the game. People are deleting their stashes so they can't continue to play the game. I remember watching Summit wipes ago get so mad at how bad the state of the game was. One night he said, fuck Tarkov, I'm never playing it again. He went back on stream the next night, died the same way, and he said, fuck it, I'm deleting my entire stash so I can't come back to play the game. And
Damn.
people are doing that now.
Damn.
People are doing that so they can't support it.
That is crazy. That is crazy. I mean, listen, I think with a game like Tarkov, like, because it's such a high like skill gap in that game, like you said, I mean, the lowest point of entry, and like Tone said it in the chat too, like you're getting the hardest version of an already incredibly hard game. Like, because of that barrier for entry, like it's not like casual shooter players are just gonna go, I wonder what this is, and buy it. Especially seeing that there's a $250 version of it. So if all your biggest content creators, the people who are really, motivating other people to want to play or like stay in the game or whatever, if all your biggest content creators start boycotting and quitting the game, I mean, it's not exactly like it has mass appeal. Like it's gonna just pull in thousands and thousands and thousands of players. I mean, I'm sure that like the lowest common denominator is like your casual player who's like, whatever, I'm not gonna buy that anyway. I'm just gonna be like a shitter in the game, and whatever. You can just continue having my playtime, but.
And then the next lowest common denominator is cheaters. So
yeah, right, exactly. They're like the bacteria in the puddle of the player base. But like the people who like just don't care, like they're they were gonna just play the game. They probably don't have any cause to even pay attention to that stuff. And then you have like your whales that are gonna just like buy everything anyway, and they're like, oh, whatever, like I'll just pay that money. But I'm glad that like the community is showing some backbone and is just like, listen, Battlestate Games is doing something that's extremely fucked up. I can't support this. I am not going to play this fucking game until they make it right. And that's why I think, if enough of them follow suit, that we'll get that black background, white text apology from Battlestate Games where they end up walking it back. But at some point you got to say, like, what's too little too late? Like, are they just going to cave to community pressure? Or are they actually interested in making it right, or are they just trying to not go bankrupt? So,
I don't know. To me, it sounds like they're trying to not go bankrupt.
Yeah. and Flex was just saying, we are not the COD community. So, I mean, yeah, the COD community, no offense, Tiggy, but, can complain all day long. But then at the end of the day, you already know you have your $70 yearly subscription to Call of Duty that comes out every November, plus battle passes, plus, microtransactions, plus CDL skins, plus everything else. So, you have your fucking annual mortgage payment to COD that is coming. They go, yeah, they're going to complain, but, like, they're going to get excited when we put Nuketown in the next game and buy it all over again.
For the 8th time.
Yeah. It's like Jordans. They just re-release the same fucking shit over and over, and people line up every Saturday regardless. That's the best analogy you're going to hear for any video game ever anyway, by the way. Yeah, COD has its moments. It was called Black Ops 2. It was called Modern Warfare. It was called World at War. And ever since then, it's been a fucking repetitive joke. But anyway, that sucks. I feel bad for the Tarkov fans. Bob, I know it's like one of 2 games that you play, so I'm I feel for you. But the good news is,
fair,
how big is the install for Tarkov?
Like fucking 800 gigs. Who knows?
You know what's like 120 gigs? Destiny 2, baby.
Fucking Hunt Showdown. Hunt Showdown.
The Hunt Showdown's like 40.
Yeah, whatever.
I had that
it's
installed.
Great. Game's
for like,
awesome.
I had that installed for 72 hours.
It's fucking great.
I played it once by myself after we played together, and I was like, I'm never gonna play this game again. I don't understand anything. But also, just quick note. Just quick Halo pulse check. A quick is Halo back check. Dr. Disrespect was playing Halo Infinite on stream like 2 days ago. So, is Halo back? We have to ask ourselves.
Let me check the pulse. Spilled it.
It's still in beta. Calm down. It's still in beta.
That's right.
Just like Tarkov.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. It's an early access. Pay us $70 now or subscribe to Game Pass. And maybe it'll get good one day.
Let's hear all the good things about Destiny, though.
Yeah. Well, any final thoughts before we do that? Since after the 45-minute Tarkov Palooza.
Sorry, I told you there was a lot.
I know. It's okay. This is why we.
I
forever.
I don't know I don't know if they'll walk it back. They have to. It's the only way they'll. It's either they ride this fucking burning Viking ship off into the sunset, and they let all of it die, or they walk it back. That's it. There's no going back at this point. Or there's no salvaging at this point. It's one or the other. Viking ship into the fucking sunset. Fix it. One or the other.
All right. Tiggy, final thoughts?
New verbal meme. It's Jack Sparrow at the start of the first movie, and the ship's sinking, and you think it's a big one, but it's a really small ship. And that's what Tarkov's becoming, because probably, I'm guessing, a small percent of people paid the $250 to keep playing it, and it's not as big as a ship as it once was, and it's still going down. So,
not as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was. R.I.P. Toby Keith. In positive developer news, Bungie is racking up W's like you fucking read about. The Destiny 2 Into the Light update has been out for like 3 weeks now. People are loving it. Concurrent player counts are all the way up. Shout out to Fat Joe. The game, Tiggy's eating the W. We're back. Destiny 2 is back, and there has just been win after win after win. There were a series of live developer streams. There was like 3 or 4 of them where the Bungie dev team, was talking about all the good stuff with Beyond Light. I'm sorry, not Beyond Light. I was literally just playing that stuff from that expansion with Into the Light. And they offered a free power boost to all characters to get you up to the soft level cap so that everybody can play together. Bringing back all kinds of weapons that like kind of a best of album of weapons that were rotated out of the game. They like opened up all these new like returning player kits where you basically just like press one button, you get like a recommended like meta loadout for that class, which is awesome. And tons of other stuff. So you just basically jump right back in, free update. You are ready to play the game right away. And the new Horde mode Onslaught is fucking amazing. It reminds me of OG Gears stuff. There's some really cool cinematic moments in it. The boss fights are really cool, and the rewards are phenomenal. And again, all free. The game, literally, you don't even have to pay a red cent to play that update. So, only like 120 gigs. Just saying. Then, as if that wasn't enough, we had the final dev update where they previewed Transcendence, which is going to be the new super class in the final shape, which is the expansion coming out in June, which is going to let you mix and match powers from different classes, which is amazing. The first time ever you could do that. Looks super badass. It's going to open up tons of build crafting potential and just going to let people's imaginations run wild. So just looks fucking amazing. Oh boy. Oh wow, we haven't had a bot in here in a while. We're so fucking back. Q just banned him.
Get him out.
Let's go. Send into the digital
Fucking-
Guantanamo.
We're fucking loosening up the leash on our pit bull for a minute.
You ever see the video of the guy who fakes being blind with the stuffed dog, and he barks at people? Dude, he has a stuffed black lab on a and a blind cane, and he'll be walking by somebody on the sidewalk, and he goes "Hurr, hurr." He's like, "Oh, sorry, Sparky, get down." So fucking good. So anyway, this week in Destiny, which is the weekly update blog that Bungie put out, they put out a ton of stuff. They just basically dumped the clip, and we're just you guys thought you were happy now?
So did Tarkov.
Yeah.
Right into their own fucking face.
Yeah, this one they were just letting good news spray all over the place, and they basically fixed the number one or two of the biggest gripes that I think anybody has with Destiny. One is how do I play with my friends if they're way ahead of me? I just feel like I'm behind on everything. This isn't fun, grinding while waiting to get into the new stuff. And two was sunsetting, which is when they rotated gear out of the game and made it so you just couldn't use guns that came out earlier in the game. Sunsetting is just done. They just said, hey, we're just going to walk this back, and you can now use, if you have stuff in your vault from 10 years ago when Destiny 2 first came out, you can use it again. You just have to infuse it with a new piece of gear, and you can use it in current content, which is fucking amazing. That is if you have a gun that had sentimental value that you hung on to, or a piece of gear that you really liked, you can use it now, which is amazing. And you can go back and get it again. You can go back and you can go back and do those old raids, and you get a piece of gear that drops at a completely abysmal level. You can infuse it up to the current level cap, which is great. And they were we're sunsetting is officially over. Everything is coming back. Use whatever you want. Go crazy. We don't care. And now they're also introducing party. It's party power or power level party or party level power, whatever it is. Which basically means, if you group up with your friends, you will always be within 5 power level of them. So if Bob joins our game, when he installs it, it's only 120 gigs.
You've been saying this quite a bit.
If Bob joins our game and I'm at, my current power level is 1820, the new cap in
Whoa, hold on. This is a no cap podcast.
That's right, no cap.
What has been going on since I've been on leave?
This is still
hold on.
This is still no cap. You see, so the new light level limit is 2,000 in final shape. I'm 1820 right now. I don't know what Tiggy's at. Let's say he's 18, 15 or 25 or whatever. I don't know. And Bob jumps in and he's by default he is 1810 because that's what the free power update gets you. He'll jump in and then he'll get immediately scaled up to within 5 points of the highest power level in the group. And then when we're playing, let's say we do a raid, which drops amazing gear, Bob will still get gear drops that are relevant to him, that'll be relative to his actual power level, not the scaled up one. So he'll be getting drops that'll improve his actual unadjusted power level, but he'll be able to play with us no matter what content we're doing. And I don't know when that rolls out. I think that rolls out with the final shape, but fucking amazing. And that is just the number one thing, which is I want to do all the new cool stuff that I'm seeing in the commercials, but I have to go grind for 1 million hours to do the end game stuff. Not anymore. if you have a buddy that plays nonstop, you just jump right in with them. You get brought up to speed, and just hope that you're a good listener to raid mechanics. And I'm pumped. Tiggy, any thoughts on that?
Yeah. Yeah, it's super cool. And like you said, it just helps get new players in the game, which should always be the goal. You know, is just get new customers. And this helps that. The free build packages helps that. As well as one thing new that also got added that wasn't mentioned is accounts. There's account level now. So I strictly only play Warlock. Let's say I jump on my Hunter. My Hunter is like 1600. I haven't accepted the gear or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I hop on Hunter, and I will get drops close to my Warlock level.
Fucking amazing.
And so I can jumpstart my Warlock super high up there.
Yeah.
Immediately, basically, with a couple strikes or something.
That's
so,
great that I don't have to cheese that anymore, because I used to like just withdraw stuff from my Hunter and put it on my or like I'd take like a rifle or whatever that's like whatever the level cap is and just hope that I would get those drops. Usually you'd get like somewhere in between. But that's awesome that they let you do that, because it's just like, you know, nobody wants to do the same thing 3 times. You know, if you want to experience a game a different way or as a different class, it's now that much easier to do that, which is amazing. Well, not now, but soon.
Yep.
I'm hoping that they do it sometime before the final shape comes out, but something tells me that's going to be there. Ooh, you want this? We need $40, please. Which is fine, because I already pre-ordered it, but, you know.
Yeah, I think that's incredible. And yeah, just a lot of positivity with that. Onslaught, like you said, is amazing. And one thing that I utilized a couple weeks ago, when I hopped back on with all these, you know, amazing updates and stuff, is I did the King's Fall raid, which is Oryx.
So fun.
It's my favorite raid. Taken King, shout out. That's why I re-downloaded Destiny 2 when they brought it back. They have a full in-game LFG looking for game section now.
Yeah.
And it's
It
fully
works great.
operational. Fantastic. There used to have to be a like Destiny Discords and stuff you would have to go into and try to get in. And then it's like, oh, well, you're 20 levels away. We can't do it with you and stuff. Now with the power scaling, doesn't fucking matter. All you got to do is know what to do, basically.
Yeah. And you can put little tags on there that's like, chill, or you will get kicked if you don't know things, or like, you know, mics, no mics. It's similar to like WoW does that too, where you have...
Who's Mike? Is it like only? Is it a raiding group of only people named Mike?
Yes.
quite
Michael's
possibly,
only.
yeah.
Only mics.
Onlymics.com. Yeah.
Shout out to, also, I
Destiny's-
had my first sub from Jersey Mike's the other day, and it was delicious, by the way.
Jersey Mike slaps like way better
So
than what's the other place?
Subway?
Jimmy John's.
Or I've never had Jimmy John's before.
Jimmy John's is like very mid, very.
There's a Jersey Mike's on Route 1, Bob. Really, really
Yeah.
good. Got an Italian sub from there. Phenomenal.
I'll give it a shot.
Phenomenal.
Can you guys please react to the picture?
What picture?
Yeah, I saw it coming in. Verbal meme is now actual meme.
Where is it?
Battlestate Games.
Oh,
It's in the Discord. It's in this Discord call.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't. Oh. That's so good.
Yeah, but
You could also
Destiny's
do
just
another
doing
verbal
some
meme.
incredible things.
If nobody else got me, you know, like that. If nobody else got me, I know God got me. You could do like, if nobody else got me, I know Battlestate Games definitely don't got me. Can I get an amen? There's or that other one with that kid who's like, what if you got to heaven and God said, and it was like, and God said, you need $250 to enter this and not get shot at by other players.
Dude, Battlestate Games is trending, by the way, on Twitter.
Holy shit.
That's how you know it's bad. Oh God.
All right. Well, why don't we? Having said that, Bob, have we swayed you to download Destiny 2 yet?
I was doing that
was
image
it
the whole time you guys were talking about, so I didn't hear anything you said about
Yeah.
Destiny.
Sure. Well, listen to the recording.
120 gigs.
Also, breaking news: I have added Tone on Steam, and we're going to be playing Destiny 2. So
Yeah, well, the thing is, Tone is so fucking lost for what to play now that nobody's gonna play Tarkov anymore.
great.
He was telling me before, because I made the commitment that I am gonna play one wipe of Tarkov, sit one wipe out, which is usually like 6 months. Tone was like, dude, what am I supposed to do next wipe when you're not playing? Like, nobody else is gonna play with me. He is so lost as to what to play now.
Well, Um,
Now he's playing Destiny.
there's always Sea of Thieves. So
Yeah, we'll
that's
see.
fun. Just put on a sea shanty playlist. That's also very fun. I think that's all we got. Is that all we? I mean, we have a voicemail. I think. I'm sure we got a voicemail. Let's listen to a voicemail, shall we?
Need advice? Pick up that phone and talk to a dad.
617-701-7678. WDG Internet Dad Sauce Line. Leave us a voicemail. We'll listen to it live on the show. First and only caller. What do we got?
Hey boys, Coleman here. Wanted to leave a voicemail this week. This is a little bit of older news now, but since it's been 2 weeks since we've had the live show, I really wanted to cover this with you guys. I just wanted to get your guys' opinion on Ubisoft taking away the licensing for people who own The Crew. I think this podcast always yells from the rooftops that game preservation is very important. It's very interesting to see a game company actually remove the licensing rather than just no longer supporting the servers, which would have effectively killed that game anyway because it was an all-online driven game. I just want to get your guys' opinion on your feelings of the company doing that, how it's kind of scummy, and what they should do to compensate for those people that paid $60 at launch for a game and now no longer own that title. And again, it just kind of makes me worried for the future with digital-only gaming and eventually losing the licensing to products like that. You guys have a great week. I'm glad to be the live show's back. Don, I'm glad you had a great vacation. You guys have a good one. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like Ubisoft has been on an absolutely revolting loss streak. And honestly, everything I see about Star Wars Outlaws, it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth because as much as I want to enjoy it and I want to be excited for it, I literally can't. Because I just know that there's going to be the other shoe is going to drop and something shitty is going to drop about the game. Shout out Brian Shea, friend of the program, friend of real life, from Game Informer, who has had some incredible coverage, some really great interviews with the devs, and all the Game Informer coverage for Star Wars Outlaws has been phenomenal. But goddamn, I'm just waiting for something shitty to come out about it. And, don't even get me fucking started on Skull and Bones, but I will get started on it at some point. But yeah, I mean, in terms of them taking it away, The Crew is an old game. That's that's definitely up there. But, my mind immediately goes to whoever's favorite racing game was The Crew. There's got to be somebody who had 500 hours in that game. And it's just
More than that.
you log in. Yeah. You log in one day and it's just you can't play this game anymore ever. That would fuck me up. I would get legitimately extremely upset and emotional about that. Aside from the servers being taken offline, I don't know. I guess I'm it's like that. Another verbal meme. Our expectations were low, but holy fuck. That's kind of just how I feel about anything Ubisoft these days.
Also relates to Battlestate games.
Yeah. That sign that our expectations were low, but holy fuck. That's me. Tiggy, what do you got? Or Bob, whatever.
Well, I was just going to say, in a predominantly digital world, the notion of owning a game essentially no longer exists. Mm-hmm. The only way to truly own a game is to own physical media. That's about it.
Right.
Which is why I will always stand by emulation. But when it comes to online-only games, that's hard to pull off. So yeah. You would need private servers and shit like that. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It sucks. But this will not be the first. It is not the first, nor will it be the last time something like this happens.
Yeah, I mean, like you're both saying, it's basically makes it impossible in a digital world. Everyone's got their Spotify accounts and stuff. No one's owning music anymore. They're just owning the streaming service to play it. Same with TV and movies and stuff. We're just paying monthly subscriptions. That's really it. So, yeah, and like Bob said, I mean, it makes emulation just bigger and bigger. One of the emulators now live on iOS, and apparently Nintendo's cool with that, I guess. I don't know,
yeah,
so.
We'll see. We'll see for how long.
We'll see for how long. But yeah, so I mean, that's a topic in itself. But yeah, completely agree with both of you guys.
Did you see how Disney is now coming full circle?
No.
Disney Plus is going cable television branches off into Netflix, branches off into other streaming services. Disney Plus is coming full circle to have television again on Disney Plus.
That's big. That's big.
Dude, what the fuck? Our world is fucking crumbling around us. Our political landscape is in shambles.
The animals are
Sorry,
leaving.
Tiggy. The animals don't exist. Animals are barely real to begin with. Birds, aviation, everybody
The
knows
aliens
they're
aren't
not real.
contacting us. The animals are leaving.
That's because the aliens know, like, this is a godforsaken landscape as it is.
The planet's dying. I mean,
The planet's
do you really
dying.
need anything else?
Dude, it might just be you and me, but do we really need anything else? Take me down, bury me. Ugh, I'm gonna go watch that after this. All right. Well, let's land the train, shall we? It's been an emotionally traumatic episode. A lot of lows, couple of highs. But the main high is that Bob's here. I don't want to use the B word because I don't know if he is or
We
not.
don't know.
We don't know.
Things are
Maybe we can get some
to
momentum.
say the least.
Maybe we can get some momentum going. But in any case, we appreciate everybody chiming in here. I'm mad at all of you for not subscribing when we had the Golden Kappa thing. I'm mad at myself for not even knowing what that was because I probably could have resubbed with my Prime sub as well, but I did it anyway. Shout out to Q. Shout out to Marco. And there was another resub, but I lost it. It's not in the chat anymore. I can't. Tone. It get buried by the chat. Shout out to everybody who's been chatting. A lot of active chatters today. We love to see it. Good to come back from 2 weeks away. Go listen to the last 2 episodes of the show. Lots of great content there. Lots of awesome interviews from PAX East 2024. Make sure to go wishlist all those games and support the devs. Yeah, that's all I got. Bob, Tiggy, what do you guys got?
Go ahead, Tiggy.
Fantastic to be back, obviously in the virtual studio. Just want to shout out, I mean, you talked about earlier, FlyQuest MSI. It's starting up May 1st in the Red Dragon state of China. So that's going to be cool to see. We're in for MSI. We're in for NA, but
Tiggy, is your house on fire?
No, it's the I don't know what's going on. This mic is.
Tiggy, you said that like you weren't sure.
Well, you made me. I felt like the little dog. I'm like, this is fine. I'll be all right. You know, for the content, I'm gonna keep grinding through.
Yeah. Oh no, it looks like
the
a
camera,
visual effect in a video game, like in Metroid Prime when you're in like a cold planet.
Yeah.
And it's like the cold is like creeping into the screen.
Yeah. I need to get a new camera. I think I actually got one from work, so I might try to hook that up, see if it works better. We're rooting for FlyQuest though. We're rooting for Busio. Some new jerseys are dropping. Shout out FlyQuest and Carlybot.
Yep.
Because they're just cooking up some absolute fire. So that'll be cool. No idea what time the games are. I'm sure probably 1, 2 a.m. for everyone. So
But they're gonna beat the fuck out of
have-
G2. I already know that. So fuck you, Q.
Yeah, absolutely. G2's in big trouble. Carlos, keep running, pal.
Yeah, keep running.
Yeah. Yep. Other than that, I'm just going to play golf a shit ton next week and hopefully win some tournaments. Maybe I'll stream. Maybe I won't. I play better without the stream, so we'll see.
Absolutely. Q, if you if FlyQuest beats G2, you have to buy me a one of those Secret Labs chairs with the FlyQuest logo on it, like you have for G2.
Dude,
We'll make a mayor's bet.
my clubs are getting regripped right now, so I can't even fucking play for another week.
I gotta get regripped. I mean,
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Bob, what do you got? Any final notes?
Yeah, shout out to everybody who's watching and listening. Shout out to you two for pulling this thing along while I have to take my leave of absence for the time being. Everyone's doing a great job. Keep up a great job. I'll be back. Don't worry about me. I appreciate people who have reached out in the past, to check in. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. There's a lot going on outside of fucking everything in real life right now, but a big wicked good gaming suck it to Battle State Games. You guys are a fucking joke. What are you doing, you fucking idiot imbecile morons? Get it together. I've seen so many people tweet out, listen, if you guys can't handle this type of stuff, pay a company to do your social media, because this is fucking crazy.
That's pretty good.
Like, if you can't fucking handle it, pay somebody to handle it.
Yeah.
So suck it to Battlesnake Games. You guys are a fucking joke.
And that'll do it for episode 386 of Not Another Gaming Podcast. Make sure that you like, rate, subscribe, download, share, do all that good stuff. We love you so much. And we'll see you next week.